Whereas on top, you can't take a break, you just gotta go.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So I asked you guys on Instagram to send me some questions that girls are too afraid to ask guys.
And as we all know, I speak on behalf of every guy. My word is obsolete.
Before we get on to the video, please don't forget to mash that like button and mash that subscribe button. Okay, I got the questions. I just saw some of them and they're really funny and interesting. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
No, not at all. I am ready to weigh the whole man race.
The man race?
The man race on my shoulders and give you guys the answers you've been craving for centuries.
So what's the first thing you notice about a girl? Or what's the first thing guys notice about girls?
The first thing a guy will see is looks.
Yeah, like their appearance.
Yeah, because you're not gonna know someone's personality when you look at them.
Yeah.
Looks, then some guys.
What about the looks?
Well, for me, it's the face.
The face.
But obviously, some guys
Something like you know.
Some guys that I may or may not know. See specific features.
Like
the bootay. The bootay is a big one. I don't think the boobs are usually a.
You don't think that's the first?
I don't think that's like when a guy approaches us. I'm like, oh yeah, she got some nice. Like they'll say that to their friends, but they're not gonna be like, oh, she got some nice pair up. I'm gonna go and talk to her. Like that doesn't usually happen. But
what if she had like really revealing clothes, like?
I think that's situational. I think obviously if you're at a club, that's gonna be the first thing a guy notices.
Yeah.
That's 100%. They're not noticing you for your cool dance moves. If you thought that.
How do you feel about your girlfriend and your mom being close?
I mean, it also depends on your own circumstances, but I think generally a guy would like that. I like that. Guys usually like it, although that could backfire against us because we can get ganged up on. Personally, yeah, I like him, and I think you couldn't ask for anything better. And that's not just with your mother as well; it's just with your whole family.
Yeah, right.
I think or even friends. Like it's always important that your other half gets along.
How do you know if she's the one?
You just know.
You just know.
You just know. I don't think anyone.
You just feel it.
You just feel it. You just feel it. It's like if you go out on a date, sometimes you're pretty chill about it, and sometimes you're nervous. When you're nervous, that's usually a good sign, because you're only nervous for things that you want. But I think when you spend enough time with someone and their little habits don't irritate you, maybe I'm being very personal here.
What do you mean?
No, I don't think there's really a definitive answer there. You just know.
You feel it.
You'll feel it. Yeah, you'll know. For the girls out there who are wondering about this, it's the same for you. Whatever you feel when you think a guy's the one is probably the same for the guy. There's no different.
How you know I was the one?
I'm still not sure.
Does it bother a guy whether she's waxed or not?
I don't know how much I can say, but I don't know. I don't think it bothers guys, but it definitely plays a part in attraction. I wouldn't say it would directly bug. Like, was it the question, bug or irritate?
Does it bother you?
I don't think it would necessarily bother someone, but I think yeah.
I think you have like preference.
If they were gonna be honest, I would say so. But yeah, there are some guys that probably like them hairy.
Yeah. Like,
I'm not one of those.
But what if I'm like, oh, but I like it hairy?
Well, see, if you like it hairy, so if a girl likes to keep themselves hairy and the guy doesn't like that, it's not worth being with that guy.
Yeah.
It's not worth being with that guy.
Ding!
Yeah, because, men are trash, and that's... It's not worth it. You need to be with someone who appreciates you for who you are.
Not because of how much hair you have.
Not because of how much hair you have, yeah.
Okay. This is funny. Can you tell when girls fake an orgasm?
Yes.
You can tell.
Yeah, I feel like every guy wants to say yes. I think I can.
So the other night when you could. Okay, so you can tell. You think everyone can tell?
I don't know if everyone can tell. See, I think you need to be experienced.
No, you need to be experienced.
You need to be experienced to tell. It's in the sudden movements.
In the movements.
It's in the movements. It's in the way. Like a lot of girls will fake it with their voice. Maybe they'll add some extra little tremors up top. But the thing is, almost every muscle will react in some way, which is what some girls will forget to do. You can tell in the feet, in the toes.
In the toes?
You can tell with the toes.
Have you ever experienced someone do it to you?
Faking?
Yeah. Because you're like, oh, I know when. You're saying that you can tell, so...
Of course not. Me? I'm a pro.
Do all guys like sports and video games?
No. Not all guys like sports and video games. Like, it's just like, same with the girls. Like, it's always different. Everyone will have different interests. Like, you have some guys that are just into cars, some guys that are just into their work, their career. For me, obviously, I like both.
You like both of them?
I like both of them. But I like everything.
I think it's a little bit of a stereotype as well.
It is a stereotype. It's like girls like bath bombs and they like scented candles. And not everyone likes that. Some girls are probably there who smells a scented candle that like gets sick from it. Like, get that out of my face. Yeah, no, not all guys. Definitely not all guys. I know people that don't like both. I'm offended. Probably because I got called out for exactly what I'm into.
Do guys have a preference on the height of a girl?
No.
No?
No. I think some people do have issues when a girl's taller.
They're not confident.
They're not confident, yeah. Like, it doesn't matter how tall you are.
Yeah.
Like, it really doesn't matter. Like, I think a lot of guys do prefer smaller girls.
Do they feel like manlier? Like, oh, I can take care of her, I can pick her up.
Kinda the picking her up. I mean, you know, during certain activities, it's very maneuverable. Like a quick little like, and then like.
What the hell? It's a circus. Do guys prefer makeup on girls or without makeup?
I think most guys. It's funny. This is where we get a bit complicated. Because men are generally simple.
But now they're getting complicated.
But now it gets complicated because every guy will say to their significant other, "Babe, you don't need makeup. You're so gorgeous. You're so pretty without makeup." I think there's a limit where guys like a certain balance. Generally like natural looks. I think a lot of guys are put off by heavy makeup. In fact, in the Bro Code edition 317, it states in the 69th chapter that thou shalt not find cake girl.
No. If they have a lot.
Yeah, like a lot, like to the point where it looks like it's cracking.
Or like when they look different with or without makeup.
Or completely catfish you, yeah. A lot of guys are gonna be put off by that. But when it's like very natural makeup, I think everyone appreciates it. Obviously at home, I think most guys prefer their other half not wearing makeup. And that's just because we care about your skin, you know? But yeah, I don't think they prefer one over the other. I say if they preferred one to be without makeup. Because they're gonna spend most of their lives with you without makeup.
Yeah, that's true. Do guys prefer laid back or text you right back?
If they see the text, if they're busy, it's cool. I wouldn't appreciate a girl that's like, oh, give it like a few hours.
You don't want to play games.
I don't want to play. I don't have time for games. A lot of people don't have time for games, whether you're a guy or a girl or either or both or neither. Yeah, no one wants to play games. I think that also depends on your age as well and where you're at in life. I think what a lot of girls do get worried about, and I understand why, is if they text back quickly, they don't want to come across as too clingy, I would guess. And there are going to be those guys that are going to be like, oh, bro, this thing, yeah? Bro, she's like, bro, she begging it, bro. She wants my thing, you know what I'm saying, bro. It's sick. And it's like, again, those guys aren't worth it.
So basically, if you see the text, you just reply.
Just, yeah, if you see the text, you just reply. If you don't see, it's fine. If you're busy, it's fine. But if you got the time and you're going to choose to intentionally wait, nah. Most mature guys would prefer hearing straight away.
How do guys feel if their girlfriend have been with more people than them?
Ooh, I think that's always one of those weird situations. The thing is, it's gonna happen. Guys would care about that, but I'd also admit that that can be a bit selfish on our part, considering maybe what our pasts have been like. But going back to one of the first questions, like how do you know when someone's the one? If you've already felt that that person's the one, the past won't matter to you.
What's your opinion on girls proposing before you do?
So, I would personally like it. I don't mind it. I think nowadays guys don't really care as opposed to, let's say, like 10-15 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm talking like I was a adult like 10-15 years ago, like, oh yeah, back in my day. Oh no. I mean, maybe let's go more broad. I think in terms of asking out, dating, I think guys would definitely appreciate that more, because guys get a lot of anxiety asking girls out because it does affect morale, confidence, everything. And that's why if you ever had a guy that you thought, oh, maybe, you know,
but like waiting for him to say
but waiting for him to say something, no matter how he feels about you, chances are he's not going to say it because he's too scared. You know, and yeah, just bite the bullet, take the shot.
What are your opinions on cheating? Is there a second chance?
That's going to be different for everyone. For me, after cheating, there's no second chance.
Are guys insecure if their girl has a better job or salary or status? I
think most guys will be content as long as they have something to bring to the table. Again, yeah, it's situational. I think there probably are still a lot of guys that really care about that. And the ones that do, again, just aren't worth it, especially in this day and age. For me, I see that as a win.
Yeah.
Like, that's, if you're married to someone, that's something you guys share together in a sense.
It benefits you as well.
It benefits you as well, yeah. Look at the bright side, guys. Come on, man.
Just be home and play your video games.
Yeah, just stay at home and play your video games, man. We can be gold diggers too. It's the new movement. But in terms of being jealous that your girl or wife or partner has a better job, nah.
Yeah. What are guys' real opinion on surgery or fillers? So like plastic surgeries.
I think most guys hate them.
Really?
Yeah. Especially when it's so visually in your face.
What if you think it looks nice?
Yeah, like I think subtle changes. Like I think guys mostly don't mind plastic surgery when it's for a medical reason. For an example, a lot of people get their noses aligned because they have breathing problems at night. And again, I'm not saying you shouldn't go and get a plastic surgery if you don't want it. You have to do what makes you happy.
Even if, let's say, did a boob job but it looked natural.
See, the thing is, it might look natural, but when you like play around with them, it's not as fun, from what I've heard.
What are guys' opinions on period sex? Is it nice? You don't care? You prefer not to? There's no difference?
I think most guys would prefer not to. I don't know if I should bait myself out. Like I have. And it doesn't feel different. I mean, it doesn't feel different. Feeling wise. But it's not nice. Because you know, mentally. And visually, it's very, probably, I'd imagine, not very pleasant to look at. Probably, most guys don't.
Most guys don't enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't enjoy it. Not that I know.
You just said it.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I'll cut that out.
No.
Cut that out.
I'm cutting it, I'm putting it
I
in.
said that.
If your mom didn't like your girlfriend, would that be a deal breaker for guys?
Yes and no. For me, no.
No?
For me, no.
If your mom didn't like
I respect my mom's decision, but at the end of the day, you've got to also live life for yourself. And yes, generally your parents know better, but also parents, and this is not the case with my mom,
she loves
but
me.
generally parents don't tend to understand how it works for younger generations, right? And they're like, oh no, very bad, man. What is she trying to do? But it's like, my mom doesn't speak like that also. Sorry, mom. So for me, it wouldn't be a problem, but I know there's a lot of couples that I've seen not work out
Because the parent doesn't like.
because the parent doesn't like that, and a lot of the time it's also got to do with like religion and stuff like that, and culture, especially within Asian, is like that's a big thing. When you get into that situation, when you're with someone, you gotta make sure they're clear on that beforehand. Look, and that doesn't mean they don't like you. They might really like you a lot and want to spend that time with you genuinely, and we're all humans, we are selfish, and we want that at the time, and we're gonna take it. And then when the time comes, you'll hear, oh yeah, but you know, my mom doesn't like you, so bye.
Do guys usually prefer top or bottom?
Oof. Bottom. Yeah, a lot more control. You can take a break, whereas on top, you can't take a break. You just gotta go. Yeah, I'd say most guys prefer bottoms because most guys are lazy.
Really?
Yeah. And again, I speak for all guys, so this is obsolete. So yeah.
Or is it like you want the girl to be in control because she's so weak?
So I think it's more attractive when the girl's on top of you, because first of all, the visual's nicer. It's like you're looking up at a goddess. No. What if you want to see some of the actual action with your own eyes? You can't do that because your abs are blocking your view. I mean, even in League of Legends, I've been playing bot lane, not top lane. So.
Would guys vow to marriage for a girl?
In general, no. Obviously, I think if they really have strong feelings for you, they will wait. So if that's something that you want and makes you feel comfortable waiting till marriage to have sex, then a guy that's too impatient to do it isn't worth it. But yeah, I don't think, like, it's possible, but I think the first thing in a guy's mind isn't that I want to wait till like they meet a girl they like. They're not like, yes, I can't wait till I marry her so I can have sex. They're like, oh, I can't wait to get her home, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people today like judge their compatibility on sex. Because if you waited till marriage and then had really bad sex, you're stuck with that for life. Whereas nowadays a lot of people see if they're compatible first. Because if you're not sexually compatible, if you don't have any sexual chemistry, your relationship doesn't work. Well, at least in my opinion. Yeah.
So that was all the question for this video. If you want a part 2, please comment down below and like this video.
And if you want to see it the other way around, questions that guys are too afraid to ask girls, I will gladly take on that responsibility for you and put Maggie on the hot seat so she could answer your burning questions.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.